GOATED video. All right, let's watch it, guys. Here we go. Guys, grab your popcorn, grab your food. It's time to watch. And after this, we'll start grinding, all right?
Yeah, this is officially a world record. 34 hours is now the time to beat. This is the fastest anyone has ever gotten a fire cape on the hardest game mode in RuneScape, on an Ultimate Iron Man.
That looks badass, the cave. Holy moly. Why are you not
3
fishing?
years ago, I lost.
Okay, I could do like the agility or fishing, but I feel like it's disrespectful. I wanna like, if I'm doing the agility, fuck you idiots. Now I want to do it.
My one and only world record in RuneScape. I couldn't even hold on to it for a full day before it was drastically lowered. The premise of this speedrun is pretty simple. Choose the Ultimate Iron Man game mode on Tutorial Island, which means no banking and no trading other players.
Okay.
Then find a way to get through all 63 waves of the fight caves as fast as possible to claim a fire cape.
Holy.
Mode on Tutorial Island, which means no banking and no trading other players. Then
Dude,
find
no banking means you play with the little bag, like that tiny bag. How do you play with that?
a way to get through all 63 waves of the fight caves as fast as possible to
And then you do all of that boss and then you get this cape? Are these bosses hard, guys? Out of like 1 to 10, how hard is the bosses?
claim a fire cape. It's time I introduce you to the villain of today's video, my arch nemesis in the most
2, 3 out of
one-sided,
10?
short-lived rivalry in the history of the game, because he's just that good. This is Evanabi, the king of RuneScape
looks
speedrunning,
like a
and
god.
when I say that, I mean it. Here's how I introduced him in my world record video 3 years ago after he destroyed my run by an astounding 15 hours. A challenger has approached the Ultimate Iron Man Fire Cape speedrun, a very experienced RuneScape speedrunner, and by that I mean Evanabi holds the record for every single category on the game. That
Holy.
is not an exaggeration.
Dude, this guy's like a Giga Chad just bred to play old school RuneScape.
Every single one. After Evanabi took the world record, I vowed to beat his time in the future. I wanted to take it back. I will beat the 19-hour fire cape. Mark my words. Little did I know that in the future, the record isn't gonna be 19 hours. It's gonna be much, much lower. The meta and strategies have drastically changed, and when you see where the record sits today, you'll understand just how hard it's gonna be to beat it.
Oh my
Here is
goodness.
a very quick history of the Ultimate Iron Man.
I swear gamers just get better and better and they like study other people's tactic and they get faster. It's like, it gets so hard to beat the newer, right?
Fire Cape world record,
Crazy.
starting with my 34-hour time. To say this run was inefficient is an understatement. I way over prepped, I died in the fight caves, and Evanabi ended up setting a brand new world record at 19 hours and 10 minutes, despite himself dying 3 times in the fight caves during that run, which left a lot of time to save. Lowering this speedrun time depends a lot on just how underprepared you can be when you go in for that fire cape. That, alongside more efficient prep, is exactly what Evanabi nailed over my run here. He then set the next world record 2 months later, with a time of 13 hours and 10 minutes, a 6-hour difference from his last run. The major improvements came down to a lot more efficient planning before the cave, and mainly 0 deaths inside of it. This run was planned and executed very well, but just days later, this record would be beaten by a brand new challenger. With a 68-minute improvement, Randy set a new world record of 12 hours and 2 minutes.
Holy
Randy
moly,
set the
these psychopaths, guys. Wait, is this counting like you leveling your character in all the farm and beating the whole thing? Or is it just like the challenge for the cape is 12 hour? So everything in total is 12 hour. Bro, I played this game for what, like 5 hours yesterday? And these guys are already like half done with it? That's crazy.
bar really high with this run, because he did something that neither me or Evanabi had tried, attempting the fight caves with 0 prayer potions. This was by far the biggest time save someone could do. Prayer potions took a long time to get, and instead, Randy decided to take an inventory of Janger berries in, which are very fast to get and restore 1 prayer point each. He did 5 straight hours of prayer flicking with just 22 extra prayer points in his inventory, which isn't something—
Can I know we're going in like blind this game. Can I watch videos like, what the heck is a flicking, guys? What do you like? What?
your average
Or just
player
like
can
click.
do. But now, that just became a requirement to getting a better time.
I should watch
Although this
something.
was a great run, a month later, Evanabi answered back with a time of 11 hours and 14 minutes. A 48-minute improvement and the current world record. Evanabi made his
Holy
route
moly.
insanely efficient. He improved pathing,
Evanabi,
found ways to
you
complete quests
are
more
crazy.
efficiently, he trained his stats while walking around the map, and most importantly, he took the skill requirement even higher by entering the fight caves with 0 prayer restoration. Not even Jangerberries. He started the 63 waves just
Holy
5 hours
guys,
into
type
the
some
run
Giga Chats
with
right
35
now.
range, a bone
Type some
crossbow,
Giga
and
Chats
some jugs
right
of wine.
now.
Which begs the question, how much further can this run go? How do you beat no prayer recharge? He spent 6 hours and 7 minutes in that cave and left it with 1 prayer point to spare. This is a god tier run, and it's held up
That's
for
crazy,
3
actually.
years. Back then, I wasn't good enough to challenge this world record, but I believe today I am. I want to beat Evanabi, and this time I want to hold the record for more than a day. Let's get started. Alright, but first, really quick, you ever just want to be healthier?
Yeah.
I do it. You guys might remember I used to drink AG1.
Type 1 if you want to be healthy.
But I found something better.
Drink some water.
Which is the brand new and improved AG1 Next Gen, the sponsor of today's video. I've used AG1 for several years now because healthy habits are hard. And the simplest thing I've ever done to improve my health is AG1. If you've ever been a doubter, there's never been a larger set of cold hard facts backed by gold standard clinical trials to show the effectiveness of AG1 in filling nutritional gaps. I urge you to go check out the research. AG1 has 75 high quality vitamins, minerals, and whole food sourced ingredients, and with the next gen formula, you've now got 5 new clinically backed probiotic strains to support gut health, extra vitamins and minerals, alongside all the other good stuff that was in the original formula, like adaptogens to help you deal with stress. It's NSF certified for sport, which means it has to meet strict quality standards. It's also really simple. Add some water, open up your packet,
I like
pour
the
that
little
thing in
glass
there,
jar.
stir
It's
it up.
pretty.
Takes like a minute every day, and I can feel better about myself. I started noticing benefits really quickly, and it helped me build momentum into other good healthy habits too. You can try AG1
Is
Next
this how we
Gen
got
with
the
my
fire
link in the
cave, guys?
description, and you'll get the free welcome kit, 5 free travel packs, a bottle of vitamin
You could have
D3
gotten
and
an agility
K2,
level.
plus a free
You guys
morning
ruined
person
it.
hat
I
in
am
your
actually
order for a
doing this
limited
right
time.
here, man.
Go try it, and now
What do
back
you
to
think
the
I'm
video.
doing on the side? I wasn't gonna
Beat
do it, but
Evanabi,
you guys
I
kept
first have
saying
to spend
so.
a day dissecting his run. However good it may look, human error will always give you an opening across an 11-hour speedrun. But one thing was for sure, this run was really good. After 4 months of running the category, Evanabi knew exactly what he was doing. I broke the run down to 3 main sections: 44 prayer, quests and stats, and the waves. The 44 prayer section is where I'd find my first significant time save over the world record, but rather than tell you, I'm just gonna show you.
I love that RuneScape have these challenges and whatnot. It's so cool, guys. Fuck, I wish WoW had like a teeny bit of these.
It was time for my first attempt at the world record
classic,
in well
of
over
course.
3 years.
I'm so
this
jealous as
name
a
is
classic
like
WoW
charmingly dumb. I don't
player.
know how it hasn't been taken as a welcome to the world fire cape man. The speedrun has very few rules. First, no alt account usage of any kind. The run ends when you talk to Hans in Lumbridge with a fire cape. That will show your exact time played because this run is measured in game time. And lastly, no intentional cooldown abuse, trading real life time for in-game time. Okay, and we make ourselves an Ultimate Iron Man. We're about 4 minutes in, and it's time for my first innovation on Evanabi's run, which you'll find out soon is actually pretty risky. Every run starts with trying to get 44 prayer as fast as possible. This gives you access to all 3 protection prayers you'll need for the fire cape and Eagle Eye, which is a 15% boost.
Guys,
to
I'm
range,
watching this, I
and
feel
that
like a
speeds up the waves
noob.
massively. It took Evanabi 2 hours and 1 minute
Oh, I
to get
am,
44
but it's
prayer by
making
picking
me
up 1 big
feel like
bone
I'm not
per
being
world from the
efficient.
boneyard, and then running a full inventory of them all the way to the Chaos Altar. This altar gives you a big XP boost on each bone. It has a 50% chance to
Holy
save a
moly.
bone, making it the best prayer
Holy
training method by
moly.
far. But what if instead of
This guy's
one
gonna go high
inventory,
five
some of my
God
trips
praying that
had
much.
2 inventories? These level 1 rats outside the Ferox Enclave have a 1 in 15 chance of dropping a looting bag, which holds 28 items and can only be used in the wilderness, and normally you'd have to use a bank to get items out of it, but if it gets destroyed in the wilderness, any items inside of it will drop to the floor. So holding double the bones on some of the trips can be a big time save, if you
Double
get
the
lucky on the
bone.
1 in 15 looting bag, and if you don't die. You have to spend 2 hours here picking up bones guarded by level 25 skeletons with a max hit of 4. That's 28 world hops per inventory
shoot.
with just 10 HP. If you get unlucky, you can absolutely die here. But with a looting bag, you're doubling the chance to die to a skeleton because you need 55 bones a trip
Guys, I want to go
instead of
pick up
28.
skeletons
And
now.
any death will be an instant restart
Oh,
on this run.
gosh.
The margin for error is too small to give Evanabi any kind of edge. I can only get looting bags every 30 minutes, I'll explain why later, but the reason this is efficient as well is because I get to train some range on these rats, which will save me time later in the run. Nice, okay, we got the looting bag. I actually got fairly lucky on it, which is beautiful, 12 rats. As long as you get it under 15, it's still a time save, and I have food on this first inventory, so I should be able to survive the skeletons. Evanabi finished his 44 prayer 2 hours and 1 minute into his run. That's our benchmark. I want to get as far ahead of that as possible. I've basically made this first section way more luck dependent than it needs to be, but I need to find any edge I can possibly get over his run. No. See, that's another thing, is getting hit by skeletons isn't just dangerous.
Yeah.
It also loses you about
You gotta
10
run
to 15
and,
seconds
yeah.
every single time it happens, which can be a bit of a swing factor in this section. Evanabi actually didn't run into many skeletons at all in his run, which definitely saved him a lot of time, making his bone section super efficient. Okay, we got our 55 bones. Switch to a free-to-play world while we run here.
Oh.
Okay, now we destroy the looting bag. In theory, someone could pick these up, but no one around, so...
Holy moly, imagine.
Alright, that's halfway to 23 prayer. First inventory of bones. We have a small lead right now.
If I wasn't Iron Man hardcore, guys, I'd be like, oh, free stuff. If I was it, I'd be like, I take everything, guys, because I love free stuff. Who doesn't, right?
It's not big, but it's something. Okay, so it's been 20 minutes, which means now we can do this tech. By using the wine to reset myself back to Lumbridge, I can use a minigame teleport, which has a 20-minute cooldown, to go back to the Ferox Enclave and save me about 2 minutes of running back. Okay, so it's been over 30 minutes now, so I can go get myself another looting bag. You can claim a training bow and 25 arrows from this range tutor every 30 minutes, so I can train my range and get another bag. Such a quick looting bag.
Holy moly, this min-maxi.
Oh, that's the fastest one yet. No way. No way on the final bone.
Wait, how is he not dying and he's like 1 health and coming back here? I thought in hardcore, like if you get killed, it's over.
And my cooldown's not reset. Wow, it's done. I had an 80% chance to survive this. Just like that, a run with a lead over the world record completely evaporates.
Oh,
that's
it's
the risk
not
I'm
hardcore.
taking with this looting bag
Okay.
strat. I started another run immediately after, which was also on really good pace.
Just Iron Man.
Until...
Okay.
What? No way.
Oh my.
Oh, that's a reset. My next run was the birth of Fire Cape Man 2, despite this being the third attempt, don't ask. I had high hopes on this one. I had a really close call with 1 HP, I had a nice lead on prayer training, everything was going really well.
Oh my god!
I had 3 minutes until my teleport cooldown. If I wanted to save this run, I had to think fast. Something I need to do later in the run is get 2 thieving. So I killed some time doing that and decided if I can get a looting bag really fast, I can make up for the lost time and avoid a reset. And that's exactly what happened. Even though I made up a lot of time, getting killed by that bear messed up all my cooldown tracking. The next time I did a reset to Lumbridge, I didn't have a minigame teleport ready to come back. So I did 2 steps of the X marks the spot quest.
This means that he could do it even faster if he didn't get like griefed a little bit there. Right?
Which I would have to do later, and went back to the boneyard. But it all just felt so messy. I was putting band-aids on all these mistakes that I was figuring out because this might as well have been my first time doing this run. But surprisingly, because of the looting bag tech, this run was still competitive with the world record. Okay, so I'm 2 bone trips away from finishing off 44 prayer, which means I'm gonna grab this iron scimitar. We're about to go into phase 2. And boom, we made it 43 prayer. Protect from melee unlocked. I can actually defend myself from skeletons and other monsters now. It's time to make all the money we're gonna need for the rest of the run right here. We have to pick up a full inventory of these plate bodies.
Holy moly, what is that?
There we go.
El
Let's get out of
Diablo.
here. And now we sell 5 plate bodies per world to the Bandit General Store. That's 30k GP. I was still on the fence as to whether I should
30,000
restart this
gold?
run or not. But I got another lucky looting bag right on my final
Yo,
trip.
this video is making me feel poor, guys. I made all these fishes, sold them all. I had like 1,000 G. I thought I was rich. This guy's making 30K.
And that pretty much cemented it.
Just like
I
that.
wasn't that far behind. Okay, we are done with 44 prayer, done with bones, done with the section at 2 hours and 5 minutes. Now, it may look like I'm behind, but I actually don't think I'm behind. 2 hours and 5 minutes. Even though I was technically 3.5 minutes behind Evanabi, that doesn't tell the full story.
That's
I was
right.
almost 3 full range levels and a thieving level ahead of him. The truth is, this is the least important segment of the run. The biggest time saves are in the next 2. And even though I wanted to be ahead going into segment 2, I'll accept a technical draw being ahead on a couple of stats, because I still had some plans. This part of the run is all about completing the Lost Tribe quest to unlock the Bone Crossbow and getting a high enough range level to enter the Fight Cave. And these are the requirements to complete the Lost Tribe, so getting all of them done efficiently is key. Oh, it's such a waste of time. Oh, it's so annoying that I just keep getting attacked in here. I lost about 1.5 minutes due to these bandits spawning in the general store. A little unlucky. But with 60k GP, I can now teleport to Lumbridge and say goodbye to the wilderness for the rest of the run. First up, I went up the castle and started the Rune Mysteries quest, ran over to Drainer and did the 3rd step of X marks the spot, then I trained straight to 13 agility on the
Oh my
Drainer
god, that's
rooftop
what I'm
course.
doing!
Okay, that's one Lost Tribe requirement taken care of, and the agility levels will help a little bit through the rest of the run, which is always nice. Now we buy a Chronicle and 7 teleport cards. Okay, Rune Mysteries, step 2 done. Now let's use our minigame teleport to get our energy back to 100. I'll be using the minigame teleport a lot throughout this run just to get my energy back here. Now let's chronicle back to Varrock. There's a candle upstairs in this sword shop, and we're gonna need it later for our light source for the Lost Tribe. And while we're in the area...
You know what's so fun about these whenever I watch it? Like, imagine the first group of people finding these items. And they're like, oh my god, guys, I found the candle. All right, what's the next step? And like, they like go through. Or maybe there was guys, but maybe there wasn't. Because like in Classic, like if you found something and you tell your friends and that gets like spread across, everyone gets to do it, right? I feel like that's so fun to look at.
It's time to buy all the arrows and bows we're going to need for 28
It makes you think about
range.
how
After 28,
they found
we can use the bone
things
crossbow.
and these
so we just need
secrets
enough
and how
to get
exciting
there.
it
And
is.
since I'm 5 range already, I have a bit of a head start. I can go straight to the oak short bow. Okay, got everything I need. Training range takes up a big portion of this run. So once you get a bow and arrows, you need to be getting range XP whenever possible. If you need to go somewhere and there's something to shoot, you need to be taking advantage
Oh my
of
god,
that.
guys, I
Range
need to be
XP at all
shooting!
times is the name of the game. After
I need
completing
to
X
get
marks
my
the
bow and
spot,
arrow and
I use the
shoot.
lamp on thieving to get me straight to 5,
Okay.
which saves me a lot of really slow training on my way to 13. Then I ran over to Falador while getting range XP to buy 2 woad leaves and a dwarven stout from the bar. I'm gonna need both later. Next, I take the boat from Remington to Artie. Okay, a couple things I need to do here. Buy an unstrung symbol from this guy. And now we're just gonna be thieving until 13. Did you know that if you subscribe, this number will go up?
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
there we go. 13 thieving.
Wow.
That's another Lost Tribe requirement done. Now I need a couple things from the general store. We get a bronze pick, ball of wool.
Oh my god, he's got a shopping list over here.
That later. That's going to be our amulet for the fight caves. Around this time in his run, Evanabi was completing the Plague City quest to train his mining from 1 to 15. Early mining is insanely slow, so skipping it with a quest makes a lot of sense. But I don't have any of the items I need to complete it, because I plan to skip it entirely. If I don't screw this up, I can save a lot of time here. Instead of completing Plague City, I plan to do bow tick manipulation to train my mining to 16 while getting range XP. Here's how it works.
Okay.
Shortbow has a 3-tick attack speed, and this pickaxe can mine rocks every 8 ticks. If I shoot an arrow and then click on a rock, I'm tricking the game into thinking that my pickaxe mines at a 3-tick speed. So not only can I mine rocks faster by repeatedly doing this, but I'm also getting range XP from whatever I'm shooting. I can lose about 5 seconds every time I screw up this cycle, and across 148 rocks to get 16 mining, I'm gonna need...
he's bowing as he's mining, weaving? Dude, that's crazy.
To be consistent to make this a significant time save. I wish I practiced this a little bit before starting this run, but honestly, we're doing pretty well, and it's going great so far.
How come the unicorn doesn't hit him back?
I was making a couple mistakes at first, but once I got the hang of it, I was making really good time. Evanabi was in the middle of a quest, while I was gaining XP in 2 different skills. For the first time in the run,
the rock.
I officially took the lead. I'm gonna get 15 mining here, but there's someone here mining the iron ore.
Oh,
which
man.
never happens, but I'm gonna steal this. I'm sorry. It's for a good cause.
That would be annoying if you're trying to do a
16
speed and
mining
other
done.
people are like taking
Let's
stuff.
teleport to Lumbridge. Make
Even
sure
though
we're
they're not
getting
doing
XP the
anything
whole
wrong,
time.
right?
We gotta grab 2 onions here, make some dyes. Okay, 3 dyes for the Goblin Diplomacy quest. Now let's go finish Rune Mysteries. And quest done. Now we're gonna minigame teleport over to Birthrup.
Dude, how does bro have 53,000 gold in 3 hours of gameplay?
Prayer recharge here.
Yeah, what am I doing wrong, guys?
Okay, Goblin Diplomacy
Goodness
done.
gracious.
We've got all the requirements now.
Goodness gracious.
While waiting for my 2 teleport cooldowns, I had to get as much range XP as possible. Evanabi was training on cows closer to Lumbridge at this time, but I figured I might as well train here. Goblins have 50% more health than cows, and there's an endless supply of them here. Okay, I think... Yeah, I'm just gonna chronicle. I'm gonna run over to Lumbridge. It's time to start the Lost Tribe quest.
Okay, I have a lot of questions after this video,
is why we didn't
guys.
get that last mining
We need to
level.
go
We
to
have
Q&A,
16
okay?
Plus the Dwarven Stout, that's a +1 boost. Hopefully the boost doesn't immediately drain. That would suck. I think we're good. Nice. Saved us a bit of time. While I'm in Varrock, I'm gonna buy these studded chaps. They're gonna make training a lot better. And there is one really risky time save I could go for, and that's picking up the leather body to the southeast of here. Using that leather body in the fight caves saves 5 minutes across the run, just from the small accuracy boost. But if you choose the leather body over the monk's robe top, you'll have 20% less prayer to use in the caves, and with no prayer recharge, that's a massive risk. Remember, Evanabi ended his run with 1 prayer point to spare. If he went for the leather body, he wouldn't have finished that run. I'll keep it in the back pocket, but that's not a risk I need to take right now. That's 20 range, upgrade to the Willow Shortbow and the Studded. After this, we just have to go through the tunnels and finish the quest. Taking 1 wrong turn in these tunnels would probably be game over, because it would drop me into the Lumbridge Swamp, which would easily be 5 or more minutes of lost time trying to get back here. Beautiful. Lost Tribe done. Bone Crossbow unlocked. Pace is really good right now. We need to rush down there and buy some things. Okay, I need to buy a crossbow, and I need to get around 11,000 bolts. That's how many it takes to train up and to finish the fire.
11,000.
Okay, got all the bolts. We have 7,000 GP left. I need to buy
What in the world, dude?
2 more things. I still have several time saves that I'm gonna go for, but one is way bigger than the others. It's gonna come down to execution. Please be in stock. Please be in stock. Yes. Green D'hide chaps, green D'hide van braces. I'm not gonna be able to equip the green D'hide until I'm about 2 hours into the fire cape attempt, but it's gonna be a massive help when I do. Right about now in his run, Evanabi was heading over to train on sand crabs to get his final range levels before the fire cape attempt. I also have sand crabs to kill, but first I needed to make a pit stop at the Shazian bar. Okay, I saved 400
That's a
GP
cool looking bar.
precisely for this. We're gonna buy a full inventory of lizard kickers. Lizard Kicker is essentially a baby ranged potion. It boosts your range by 4 when you drink it, and 4 levels might not seem like a lot. That's because it isn't. To prove my point, this is how long it takes to kill a sand crab at 21 range and 25. Those 4 extra levels don't even kill it a full second faster. That's useless, but it's not about the size of your boost, it's how you use it. Let's run that same scenario with 25 range and 29, also a 4 level difference, but this time, you kill the sand crab 10 seconds faster. That's because certain levels give you a new max hit. They're not all created equal. So I did a bunch of calculations to find the optimal levels to drink a lizard kicker. This graph shows the amount of seconds saved per each respective level. I took everything into account: how long the boost lasts with a new max hit, the time it takes to drink, and the increase in kill speed. If anyone ever pisses you guys off, I want you to say, I bet you drink lizard kickers at 31 range, because it actively loses you 1.6 seconds. It's negative value when you account for the fact that it stalls your next attack.
I'm gonna say that to Guzu. Guzu, I bet you drink lizard kicker at 31, huh?
3 game ticks when you drink it. But as you can see, at certain levels, you can really maximize the time of your boost and the extra DPS it brings. I have to go about 2 minutes out of my way to get a full inventory of these, so using them at the wrong level alongside that would be devastating. But when used optimally, this can save 7 or 8 minutes during training. And imagine how impactful these could be in the fight caves. Lizard kickers have been out since 2021, and no world record has ever tried using them in the fight caves. Evanabi's world record forced anyone challenging it to bring 0 prayer restoration. If I beat this record, I want anyone that comes after me to get rid of 80% of their food and bring lizard kickers instead.
Holy.
This is my plan. It's a big risk getting rid of that much
Holy.
food, but using these at the optimal level.
Wait, he's going in now. This is the final.
It's gonna save a lot of time. I forgot to recharge my prayer before coming here, so I've got to make these 10 prayer points last the next hour of training.
How is he able to spam fight this? Do they not like damage?
Okay, 28 range, bone crossbow unlocked. We are about to speed up.
They're weak. Okay. Oh, he's prayer flicking? Wait, what? What is this flicking?
There we
Like,
go. Inventory of lizard kickers.
pray,
This is our
attack,
final inventory
pray, attack
for the
kind
fire
of
cape.
thing?
We need to be about 15% toward 36 range, mathematically optimal. One last bit of tech, we can get a lamp from here, use that on range.
Okay.
That's gonna help us a little bit. And he teleports us to Barbarian Village one time. We grab the Monk's Robe top. This guy's gonna bless the symbol I have. That's a ton of prayer bonus. And this altar gives an extra 2 prayer points when you pray at it. And now we minigame teleport over to the fight caves. It's time. That's section 2 complete.
What? I need to learn how
We're
to
gonna split
flick.
the time and go in. I made up nearly 14 minutes of time in the quests and stats section, ready to attempt the fire cape at 4 hours and 56 minutes, 10 minutes ahead of the world record. This is where the most time can be saved.
I read it, guys. I don't want to interrupt.
Will go to die.
That's OP.
I've got 25 HP, limited food, no defense, a weapon with a pretty short attack range, and nearly 6 hours of near-perfect gameplay ahead of me. The fight caves are on a global timer with 15 potential spawn rotations. Since I entered at 8:17 p.m., I'm guaranteed to get rotation 2. This lets me know where every monster is going to spawn and allows me to make a PowerPoint presentation on how I'm going to deal with every wave. The waves are full of risky time saves I could do, but before we get to those, let's just reiterate the fundamentals. These 46 prayer points are all I have for every wave, which means I need to prayer flick every wave. And these bats are the scariest monster in the run. If they hit you, they will always drain your prayer. The scariest waves are the ones where I'm forced to tank the bat. On wave 11, I made a pretty brutal mistake. I forgot that there's a bat south of me in the safe spot. I went to kill this blob, which drags me out and unlures the bat. I can't let the bat hit me. Losing prayer this early would be really bad.
Yeah. Oh my god, he's getting low.
Everything is max hitting.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, we should be good now. Oh my god, dude. What? I'm tick eating on wave 11, 2 lines down. I have to be more aware of my minimap. That was a really dumb mistake. That little maneuver cost me about 40 seconds.
So you press this right before it hits you, and it immunes and you turn it off before it drains. Is that what it is?
But
wow. Okay. So it's like flicking the switch, like.
it's time for the meleeers. These guys make this run way harder. If they're in melee range, they can heal themselves and any other monsters nearby. So on the later waves, I'll have to lure the meleeer behind other monsters to prevent that. 40 minutes into the run, I was on wave 22, and half an hour later, I was on to the majors. The average major kill with my stats and gear takes over 7 minutes. 7 minutes where you can't lose focus, clicking the prayer exactly every 4 game ticks, non-stop. And with a max hit of 52, missing one of those prayers, you're basically dead.
Holy!
I'm trying to get another time save over the world record. You see, after wave 3, you want to sync up your attacks with the major so that you can do one prayer flick to activate Eagle Eye and protect from magic. In the world record run, Evanabi usually waited 2 or 3 attack cycles to do this, but I'm going to try to immediately start kills or wait no more than 1 attack cycle. It's a little riskier, but it should save about 3 minutes throughout the rest of the waves. And it should make up for that wave 11. There it is. 40 range, green D hide on. Kills should speed up a lot with that green D hide. I actually want to be a little lower HP just in case I need to tick eat an attack.
Oh
my god. I thought I'd be like 2 tiles away when he spawns. Whew, okay. We're an hour and a half in. Let's chill out. Let's reset.
This is
Just
the
crossed
boss
2 hours
or
in the cave. So much more to go.
it's just a normal monster?
Okay, nice. Dealt with the bat. Oh, officially been doing this for 3 hours. We're gonna have to run behind here, set up the lure. This should trap everything behind the major here. Lizard kicker is carrying, dude. I keep hitting 11s. Around the 4-hour mark, the mental burnout started to set in.
You
I
get
wasn't
him every
commentating as
wave of
much, and
31.
scary wave 55 was about to start. A bat spawns right next to
Oh.
me, and I have nowhere to run. I just have to hope to kill it quickly.
Bro, I wish Classic WoW Hardcore had these challenges. Goodness gracious, man.
Okay, that's not
These
bad.
are so
That was the
cool.
last bat wave. I have a decent amount of prayer.
This is exactly what I've been
56
asking
also
for
had a bit of a
forever.
sketchy lure, but not one that I haven't done before. Once it hit wave 60, I had officially been in the cave for over 5 hours. With basically every hard wave complete at this point, it was just a matter of hanging in there and continuing to not miss any prayer flicks. Okay, oh, it's time for Jad. Alright. Oh my god, I feel like I've started to hallucinate a little
Holy
at the end, dude.
moly.
I was going into the Jad fight with an insane lead on the world record, around 36 minutes, and I got here using only 26 prayer points and what I'd call one major mistake.
Guys, does he like pee or like eat while doing this, or he's just like going straight raw?
But it's not over yet because the Jad fight is about 20 minutes
No
long,
pee.
and with 20 prayer
Bottle
points remaining,
out.
that means I have to one-tick flick every single attack while
he's
making
making his
sure I
own
use
lizard
Eagle Eye
kick,
on
huh?
every attack. With a max hit of 97, there's basically no room for error when you miss a prayer. I was mentally
Oh,
exhausted.
you can log
There was
out and
only
save your
one
time.
obstacle remaining.
Is that how it goes?
I can burn a little prayer at the start here. I'm gonna one-tick flick after. Yeah, I feel like I'm losing time. I gotta...
Guys, I'm so noob that I don't know what he's doing here. Is this like, you have to click this, then it enchants your next arrow attack, and if you use it, you have to re-click it again to attack that? No. What is he clicking then? Protection. It protects. Protects from range. Oh, so if he clicks this, if the boss does a range attack, he doesn't get hit by it. Oh, so every time it attack, you have to go here, click this, and then go back to whatever you were doing. But you have to make sure to press this every time he's about to hit. Oh my goodness. And everything is a click, like there's no keybind. Flick it. Oh, you have to flick this too? So you have to turn it on and off when the boss is hitting? You flicker. You flicker. Guys, we're gonna become a pro flicker, okay?
I gotta...
I'm gonna be practicing my flicks.
Oh my god.
Oh!
No! I was thinking about doing the prayer.
No!
Thing that
Does it have to redo
I can't
everything?
even explain it. I'm too exhausted to even be upset right now. That was the world record run. That was it. Or was it? It wouldn't be a settled video without a catastrophic
flicking my nuts right now, Kakarot.
failure right before a finish line. That's just who I am as a person. I haven't died to Jad in like 5 years. I've literally done 6 of them with 1 prayer point before, but clearly this was meant to be. This
What the
happened
fuck is
for
that?
a reason, and I was about to make sure of it. When I beat this record, I want whoever takes it away from me to work damn hard to do it. So the very next morning, I started doing runs again, but this time, I was gonna attempt every risky time save. Clean up every section of my previous run.
Oh
I
my,
made
he had
quite
to
a few
redo
mistakes on
it?
Fire Cape Man 2. I died to that bear. I didn't keep great track of my cooldowns. I was pretty rusty with the bow tick manipulation for 16 mining. I was pretty rusty in the fight caves, and I didn't risk using the leather body either.
I'd be so
but after seeing
frustrated.
how well I conserved my prayer over those 5.5 hours, I have the confidence I need now. I just need to execute and do that 20-minute Jad fight. I started off with 4 resets, whether it be because I couldn't get a looting bag fast enough or I died to a skeleton. The next account to be made was Fire Cape Man 7. Okay, if I beat the world record on this run, I'm a little pissed because I messed up my haircut in the character creation screen. Fire Cape Man 7 was looking insanely promising, finishing the 44 prayer section with a small lead over the world record. And my previous run was 3.5 minutes behind at this point. I just felt a lot more comfortable now that I had done the route once. I didn't have to hesitate as much on different decisions, and it all just felt way more streamlined. In the quests and stats section, I saved time over my last run by not getting attacked in the Bandit General Store, speeding up my 16 mining grind with less mistakes during the tick manipulation, and keeping perfect track of my home and minigame teleport cooldowns before making decisions. We're here for the Lost Tribe, but we're also here for the leather body. We're gonna take the risk. When I showed up to Sand Crabs for the range levels, I was ahead of my previous run by nearly 7 minutes. And with better lizard kicker usage, plus one less trip back to Sand Crabs, I showed up in front of the fight cave with a time of 4 hours and 43 minutes. 23 minutes ahead of the world record. 13 minutes ahead of my previous run. The only thing between me and a disgusting new world record was my own nerves. Since I'm using a leather body this time with one less food, the cave was about to be even harder. But it started off smooth sailing. During my last run, I thought lizard kickers were only worth using to speed up the major kills, but I was wrong. It's more efficient to drink them as soon as you hit an optimal level, and there's only 2 of them for the rest of the run, 39 and 45. Everything was going perfectly, and then... No, please.
Why is this character not moving?
Please, not on this run. Please, no. I'm fully DC'd, I think.
Oh. My goodness.
Oh. I mean, I have to finish this kill.
Bro, this is cinema right here. What the fuck is happening, man? Oh, I'll be so tilted if I lost to DC. I actually had this happen in FF. The fucking Necromancer title. Pissed.
Oh no, it's happening again, dude. This is so bad. I don't know what to do. I have to brute force the kill. I have to somehow get this kill, but it's gonna cost me all my prayer. Servers, I need you to be stable for like 5 straight minutes. That's it. Just 5 more minutes so I can finish this kill. This was really, really bad. The one silver lining being that I disconnected while I still had my prayer up, which kept me alive. But remember how during my last run, I got to Jad with just 20 prayer points remaining? That's how many I just lost on one wave. And there's still over 4 hours remaining. The servers continued to be a little shaky, and I couldn't risk putting the leather body back on because this run just
long was the total fight?
Mode. I still have several bad take waves ahead of me, so getting to Jad with 23 prayer points from here, I'm gonna need to be locked in.
6 hours. Wait, when you start this, do you have to beat the whole thing one through the whole 6 hour? Or can you like stop at wave, for example, it says wave 43, so he could like kind of pause here, come back the next day and go again? Okay, so you could log out, but you'll be in here still. Okay. I was gonna say, goodness, this is a fucking marathon if you have to play 6 hours straight. Okay.
You know what? Let's get the leather body back on. It's time. I'm gonna take the risk. I want to save as much time as possible. This bat is unkillable. Oh my god. Just die, bro! Okay, that's just unfortunate. Please, humble. Got a bat tank.
18 prayer left.
Please! Yes! A 2-shot on a bat. It's a miracle. I'm nervous.
Wave 62. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Okay, let's lock in. Let's get this done. To prepare for the final wave, I strategically let this meleeer hit me on wave 61. As long as my health isn't full, I can tick eat a missed prayer on Jad if I'm fast enough.
Okay.
Not gonna rush into it this time. Just set this up.
Yo, he only has
prayer points. Every prayer has to be tick perfect for me during this
fight,
my
goodness!
Including Eagle Eye. Jad attacks every 8 ticks, which lets you set up a really nice prayer cycle here. Step 1 is to attack him 2 ticks before or after you pray against his first attack. Then you can alternate between a protection prayer and Eagle Eye every 2 game ticks without losing prayer. Not using Eagle Eye makes this fight
So he's flicking all of these right now, like when he's hitting and the eagle eyeing.
much longer. It's critical to do this.
Holy fuck,
At
dude.
50% the healers come out, and I opted for a safe 0 damage healer method, but for every 2 seconds that a healer is healing Jad, it adds 18 seconds
Oh, and he's
to the
safe
fight,
zoning
which
right
means I
now?
need to take his attention as fast as possible. Relax, let's slow it down. I take a few seconds to set the cycle back up. Yes! Yes! Oh, my forearm started to tense up so bad. So I gotta get to Lumbridge. Oh my god, we did it!
Oh my god.
Where's Hans? There he is! And the run is over! 10 hours, 33
Holy,
minutes.
look at that
Final time.
cloak.
We have a brand new Fire Cape world record on an Ultimate Iron Man from scratch.
10 hours.
I forgot it was with that haircut. Maybe I reset. After losing almost half my prayer points and a few minutes of time to that disconnection, we pulled it all the way back. And if that disconnection didn't happen, I would have done this whole cave in, what, 10 prayer points? That's insane. I had the leather body on for 4 out of the 6 hours.
Holy, that's
Super
impressive.
proud of this run. 3.5 years ago, I walked down this same road with a time of 34 hours and 23 minutes, ending my video by vowing to beat the 19-hour Fire Cape. And I'm really glad I got to
There
keep that promise.
is.
Wanna know what's crazy though? Fire Cape Man 7 entered the fight caves with a 13-minute lead over Fire Cape Man 2. With the leather body, more efficient lizard kickers, without messing up wave 11. And yet, Fire Cape Man 7 got to Jad only 15 seconds faster. The disconnection wasn't my only problem in the fight caves. Let's take a look at this RNG real quick. Once you put the green D-hide on, it should take you around 6 minutes to kill a major. But I had multiple kills that went well over this, sometimes close to 4 minutes over. My god, that was almost like a 10-minute kill. With average luck on that final section, this run should have ended around 10 hours and 15 minutes. Seeing this category break the 10-hour barrier would be insane, and that proves it's quite possible. Here are some time saves you can try. But I also need to give a massive shout out to Evanabi. He set the standards for this run, he showed everyone what's possible, and I don't want to take credit for that. He optimized this run to a brilliant level.
Humble King as well. Wow.
And I'm really glad he was the first domino to creating a history for this category. A history that I hope continues for many years to come. Thanks for watching.
W video. I'll link it to you guys. Here you guys go. That was awesome. Holy
Fire
moly.
Cape Man 7.
That's right.
Damn, rest in peace, Fire Cape Man 0 through 6.
Yeah, and I screwed up my haircut on this one too.
07 to
That means I'm
0
probably
through
getting
6,
the world
guys.
record here.
Yeah.
07 to 0 and 6. Fire Cape Man 7. Congratulations. That was an awesome video to watch.